VIVs, what's the deal? Chosen vessels, keeping it real. Let's get it. Working things out always results in a conflict with them. They will never let you get the last word or speak your piece. There are some people that your conversation with them is an assault. All right, they want to verbally assault you, but when you speak truth or when you speak your piece, which is actually calling them out on their behavior, they have a problem with it. So, you know, those individuals that don't mind treating you any kind of way, but then when it comes to how you feel about it, it's like their ears are closed or they don't have any, or they just pull a Van Gogh and chop them off. So it's like they don't want to hear what you have to say. What you say is irrelevant. It doesn't mean anything to them as long as they can continue to get off with being the type of person that they are to you. So the one thing you need to keep in mind with people like this is don't even try to get the last word with them, because they will tire you out. They're masters of manipulation. You will, try to work things out, try to have a positive conversation, and they'll always either find something wrong. They'll try to make the conversation more difficult so you give up and don't keep speaking, or you just let it go overall. All right, a lot of people, this is why people will start arguments. It's like we just went from trying to talk about this to now you're on 100. A lot of people who don't know how to communicate, and if you call them out on something they're not ready to be called out on, what they'll do is they'll start an argument in hopes of trying to get you mad or get you upset, so that way you'll forget the original reason why you wanted to speak to them about it in the first place. So working things out always, that's why working things out will always result in conflict. They want to try to deflect the issue onto you instead of trying to solve the problem. Now, you're the type of person, you don't care whose fault it is. You just want to work it out. If it's your fault, cool. You can take responsibility for that. But if it's their fault, you'd like, or even if you're not faulting anyone, even if it's just a issue between the two of you, you want to work it out to where it's not a problem. That's all you want, is peace between you and this other person. And they can't seem to be able to find that commonality. They can't seem to be able to bring themselves to a peaceful point of view when it comes to talking to you. So that's why working things out is always difficult with them. You know, they don't know how to conflict resolve. They don't know how to solve issues. They're just problematic. And the more issues that they could get you to focus on instead of focusing on what's real or what they're doing or what they've caused, that's how they can get you to not focus on what you're trying to do. Solve the problem, get the issue resolved. Because like it's not as deep as they don't ever want to solve the problem. It's just that if you were to solve the problem and have them admit to what they did, that's a lot for them. They don't admit to what they do. They don't like growth. They don't like to be the person who caused the problem. They don't want to be seen as that. They don't like that light being shed on them as far as what they did wrong. It's like they can't take responsibility for the fact that they just did something. And when you do something that's not right or it may be wrong, that's what you have to do. You have to take responsibility for your actions as far as what you did is concerned. But you have people who will try to play like I didn't do anything, or I don't know what you're talking about, or what are you talking about? I have no idea. I didn't know that I was doing that. And the whole time, this person knows what type of person that they're being. So it's like you don't really care about trying to get the last word. You're not a last word kind of person. People may have tried to pin you as that, but it's just deflecting. It's like you're trying to prove a point or you're trying to get your point across, but this person makes it seem like, oh, you're trying to get the last word, or you just want to say what you have to say, and then that's all that matters. Like, no, the only thing that matters is the truth. The only thing that matters is solving the problem. The only thing that matters is resolving the issue. So you can get straight to the point with certain things. It's like, I want to get straight to the point. I want this problem to be solved. I don't want to have this issue anymore. But then a lot of people, they're not peaceful like that. All right, they don't choose peace. Some people choose to argue. Some people will have a good day, a good time, a good afternoon, just arguing, because people like drama. Some people are drama oriented, just like some people are peace oriented. All right, if you're a peace oriented person, you probably don't entertain conflict. You probably don't entertain drama. You don't want anything to do with either of those two things, because you know that there's a way that we can fix this. And you're the type of person that wants to fix things. And it's nothing wrong with wanting to fix things. It's nothing wrong with wanting to get to the root of the issue, get to the root of the problem. If you can get to the root of the problem, then the problem can be solved. You and whoever can work things out. But like I said, this person is not trying to work things out. All right. They may not want to work things out. Just because you want to work things out, or you see what's good, or you understand what the issue is, or how it can be fixed, it doesn't mean that other people are going to want to solve the problem. All right. So you may be ready to get it back to a peaceful state. Some people may be trying to keep that conflict going because that's what fuels their fire. All right. A lot of people that are problem oriented, that like dealing with conflict, dealing with issues, but not in a positive way, they have to keep something going, because it's going to give them what they want, that drama, that adrenaline rush, that beef, that issue, that problem. Some people's minds are actually addicted to the problem versus solving it. All right, like I said, some people, they like to argue. Some people want to go back and forth, and you did this and you did that. You don't have time for any of that. All right, you don't have time for any of that. It's probably something important that you need to do, something important that you're trying to get to, and this issue may just be in the way, and it's something that you don't want to deal with anymore. So you rather get straight into it and get it over with and get it done with, so that way y'all can resolve the issue. It could be some healing that take place, and everybody can get back to a more peaceful state of mind. But as far as having a peaceful state of mind, some people, peace really isn't everybody's forte. Not everybody likes peace. There are some people that prefer the drama, prefer the issues. It gives them something to talk about. It gives them a sense of being. All right, it gives them a purpose. Some people, they really don't feel like they have anything going on for them unless there's an argument. Some people just enjoy a good argument, a good drama, a good negative session of going back and forth. All right. So there are polar opposites, just like you enjoy positive things. There are those who enjoy negative things, and they like to keep things going. That's why some people, it's like they all, so and so always got something going on. It's always going on, something going on with this person. They always have something that they're trying to talk about or argue about. And it's like, if it's positive and if it's going to help someone, or if it's going to help somebody get over an issue, that's cool. But most people, they only talk about things to continue with the issue, continue with the problem, not to fix it. So this person won't even let you get your piece in. All right, sometimes they will hardly even let you speak. But when you do go to say something, they'll find another way to either cut you off or stop you from speaking. So sometimes it's pretty much pointless in trying to solve things. So if you can just let things go, if you're trying to find yourself getting a word in, or if you see yourself going back and forth getting the last word, just let that go. It's not even worth it, and it's just going to waste your time, because some people, they're problem oriented. You're going to try to find a solution, they're going to find a problem. You're going to try to fix something, they're going to try to keep it going just for the sake of keeping things going. All right, and that's how some people do. They like to keep things going. All right, and those are the people that you just let it go. Going back and forth with them and trying to fix whatever is happening, it may just result in more of an argument. And it's like, yo, why every time I try to work things out, or why every time I try to talk about something, why every time I try to solve the problem, it seems like they're not interested in it. They rather deal with the drama, they rather deal with trouble. All right, that's some people's thing, and they don't know any better. So if you know better, then the best thing for you to do is not even get involved in it. If you see a conversation going in a direction that is not going to either solve it or get rid of it, or fix it, it's like what is the point? So you realizing that you have to be careful and catch yourself when people are trying to draw you in to these types of arguments and to this type of conflict and this type of energy, because it'll waste your time, and you might think you're getting somewhere or it's going to get somewhere, but it's not going to get anywhere, because like I said, this person doesn't want to fix it. Some people like to fix things, some people don't want to fix things. Some people like to solve problems, some people like to create them. And the more you are dealing with someone like this, it might be them creating the problem, it might be them trying to make you feel like it's you, but it might not be you. All right, so if you find yourself trying to solve something or trying to quell an issue, you're probably not the problem. All right, the person who is diverting away from talking about the issue, that's the person who's keeping it going. And whether they know it or not, that's the person who's causing the problem, because it's like, hey, can we deal with this? Can we work this out? Can we talk about this? Not everybody is ready or mature enough or mentally sound enough to deal with things when they're on the hot seat, because sometimes we all might make a problem, or we all might make a mistake or cause an issue, but it eventually, if the person is trying to work through it or sort through it, it's going to have to be talked about at some point. So you're going to want to talk to someone that's mature, someone that you can at least level things out with, get come to some point of understanding. Because if you can't get to a point of understanding, it's no point of trying to get through to someone that you can't get through to. And some people can get through to people, some people can't. But to try to continue to keep getting through to someone, or to continue to keep trying to force a way on someone, or to force an idea or a way of thinking on someone, is not going to work. Because as the old adage goes, as the old saying goes, a person forced against their will is of the same opinion still. So it's like, you could try to force people to see it your way, you could try to force people to understand what you're trying to get across, but if they're not understanding it, or trying to understand it, or trying to help the situation get better, then it's really a lost cause. And that's why working things out always results in conflict with them, because they're looking for conflict, they're searching for conflict, they're trying to create the conflict. And these types of people, because of how the conversation goes, it's like, okay, let me try to talk to them and let me see where this goes. They're doing this, or this is happening, and I see it, and I'm trying to work it out. The worst type of person is when you're trying to fix something, and you're trying to get through to someone, and it's just not happening. And it's like the person is purposely avoiding the person is like avoiding the situation and avoiding trying to find a solution, because some people want to see you riled up. And it's like, people who are drama oriented, if they can get somebody that's peaceful riled up, then that's a win for them. That's something that they enjoy doing, because these people enjoy conflict, they enjoy issue, they enjoy problems, they enjoy trouble, and they like bringing other people into the madness. They like bringing other people into a drama filled situation. They can't get enough of it. It's like, why every time I try to solve this issue, it keeps resulting in an argument? That's because this person is tricking you into getting upset over what you're trying to talk to them about. And that's why they either keep diverting away from what you're trying to talk to them about, and pointing out certain things that are only going to keep the argument going. It's like, instead of trying to work it out, you instead of trying to work it out, this person is trying to either focus on who did what. And instead of focusing on who did what, it's better to try to find a solution. So blaming people is not going to solve a problem like this, but trying to come to a solution, trying to work it out, as far as, okay, this is what I did, or this is what I'm doing, this is what I could do different. Maybe you could try to find some things that you could do different. But if you can't get through to the person, and they're going to continue to just find fault, or try to argue, or only focus on the problem and not try to find a solution, then it's really no point, and you're not going to get through to this person. And this person is just going to keep playing with you, wasting your time, and disturbing your peace, and just overall just playing and toying with you while you're trying to get through to them, and it's just not happening. So it's best for you to just either let this thing go, or if you can, work it out with them. But I wouldn't waste time trying to argue or get upset or allow myself to get frustrated because some people, this is just who they are and they're not going to change. So there are some people where working things out just isn't their agenda. And when you're trying to work things out, it's not something that is going to come across to them as a viable solution to the problem, because what they're going to do is they're just going to keep looking for a way to keep the argument going. And when with people like that, there's no way that you're ever going to come to a conclusion. It's like one of those stories that never ends. It's like that lamb chop theme song to that show. This is the song that never ends. Like it's the never ending argument. Nobody wants to keep arguing and keep going over the same thing. So that way both of you stay frustrated, or whoever involved stays frustrated. Either find a solution or leave it alone. But they can't even leave it alone. So it's like you'll have people who will come to terms because they can't come to terms. That's where you have people who will say, let's agree to disagree. There's nothing wrong with having a disagreement. You feel how you feel. The things that I have to say, or the evidence that I'm providing or producing or showing, the proof that I have, it doesn't change your mind. I have to accept that. Now, if what you say and the evidence you have and the proof that you show doesn't change my mind, you should accept that. But you'll have people who will ignore the evidence. And that's the worst thing ever. It's like trying to talk to someone and you showing proof. You're like, yo, it's like you have it written down. Yo, I got this evidence right here. Look, this is what's going on. And if you can fix this and if I can fix that, then look, we won't have no disagreement. You feel what I'm saying? You'll have people who will be like, huh, yeah, whatever. And it's like they're too immature to even come to a conclusion and come to an understanding. And that's the worst type of situation to be in, when somebody is immature and they can't even come to a point of understanding. Because like, I'm not one to get into arguments, and you shouldn't be either. Arguments waste energy and they waste time. If you're going to argue about something, let it be to find the solution. All right, I'm all for finding the solution. Sometimes, you know, conversations get heated. Sometimes arguments get heated. Sometimes people do argue when they're trying to work things out. But let us get upset. Let us get mad enough. Let us argue to find a solution. It's like, let us be mad to try to figure it out. Let's not be mad to just be mad for no damn reason at all. All right, let's not be mad and be upset and be going back and forth just to be going back and forth. Like that doesn't make sense. If we're trying to find a way out of this, if we're trying to figure our way out of this, if we're trying to come up with something, I can get with that. That everybody should be able to get with that. Let's figure this out. Let's solve this. Let's come to a conclusion. All right, because nobody wants to stay in the dark with something that they're actually trying to figure out. But the people who don't seem to care about, not figuring it out, not solving it, not trying to come to an understanding, those are people that really never were trying to come to an understanding, or never were trying to come to a conclusion. All right, you can't underestimate the addiction to negative energy, especially in today's world. A lot of people are addicted to negativity. Look at TV. Look at all the shows they have. All these Real Housewives of Atlanta, or Bad Girls Club, or just talk like shows where it's like a Jersey Shore type show or something like that. And those aren't overall bad shows. I guess I haven't watched them in a while, so I couldn't tell you if they're bad or good. But I know a lot of them, they advertise drama, and the drama is the drama is dramaing. All right, and it's like they will only put out a certain vibration on those shows to where people will be cool, they'll be having fun for a little bit, but then it always goes into an argument. It always goes into people arguing, fighting, and whatever they show on TV, people tend to play that out in real life. All right, whatever they show on TV, a lot of people tend to play that out in real life. So if they show people solving problems and being peaceful and trying to work things out on TV, that's probably a lot. That would probably be something that other people would want to do a lot of times. But because people want to pretend that they're on TV, and people want to have their own sitcom and treat life like it's As the World Turns and it's a soap opera, they like, people want to have their moment, their 5 minutes of fame. So you'll have people who will argue real loud because they know people will look at them. Like those are the people who get real loud whenever you try to talk to them about something. It's like, yo, why do you need to get that loud? Why do you need to get that argumentative? Why do you have to like cause that big of a problem or make it that big of a deal when it's something that people are just trying to talk about and figure out and come to an understanding, come to a conclusion. All right. We all need some understanding. We all need some talking to sometimes. Sometimes we need to be told about ourselves. Everyone, all right. Sometimes you need to be told about yourself. You should have people on your side and on your team just for that. Okay, I'll rock with you because you're honest. And if I'm ever in the wrong, you're going to tell me about myself. You're not just going to let me think that everything is okay. But some people, the people that don't want to grow, or the people that don't want to, turn into their best version of themselves, they're not looking for any type of change or self-improvement. So it's like they don't care. So when dealing with people who don't care, you cannot care that much. Sometimes people just are in it to win it. Sometimes people are just in it to win the argument. So anybody that's just in it to win the argument, or in it to just be problematic, or in it to continue having a problem, I wouldn't waste my time with that. And I'm telling you, you shouldn't either, because most people, people will pull you in and drag you into these conversations. And I've seen it happen. People will get mad over something, and before you know it, your whole day is gone. You wasted your whole day getting mad about something, trying to talk to someone about something that was never going to change. And all I'm trying to do is just help you save your time and your energy from getting into it with someone that is only going to keep resulting in an argument. And they know that you want to try to solve this thing. They know you want to try to fix this thing, and try to work things out. They know that, but that's not their agenda. That's not their goal. So since that's not everyone's agenda, and that's not everyone's goal, we have to just accept that, you know what, not everybody is like us. Not everybody's like us. It's hard trying to deal with people when you actually care. You hear the noise? When you're actually trying to do what you need to do, and actually come to a point of understanding between you and another person. And that's okay. The other day, I was making my video, and someone was saying that it's narcissistic to think that every noise you hear is about you. It is narcissistic to think that every noise that you hear is about you. But as soon as you start to make a video, or as soon as you start to go to do something, and you hear somebody's lawnmower equipment, then you know that someone is doing something that's aimed at you. But I'm not going to get upset, and I'm not going to stop, because like I said, some people have a personal problem with other people and how they choose to live their life. If I tried to work something out with this person and was like, hey, would you be able to do this at a separate time? Would you be able to, could we work things out? That person probably wouldn't want to work anything out with me, or that person probably wouldn't want to hear what I have to say. They're in their yard, I'm over in mine. But the thing about this is why I don't record back here. And this is why I take a walk. I go down a little path. I go down a little trail. But when you go to do something, or if you are someone that's targeted, it's not narcissistic for you to assume that, you know what, are they doing that because I'm there? All right. People who do things like that, they tend to become paranoid, because people are always reacting to them and trying to get them to react. So you'll have people who will try to do things, and this right here, this type of video is perfect for those who are trying to gaslight you, and for those who are trying to get you to second guess yourself and to think that you're paranoid. Like, you're not paranoid. People do things to try to get a reaction out of you. Like right now, I could try to talk to them and be like, hey, I'm doing a video. Could you wait? Blah, blah, blah. It would be a waste of time. They're in their yard. It would be narcissistic of me to be like, hey, I'm doing my video. Can you stop cleaning your yard right now? I wouldn't do that. What I would do is I would go someplace else. But the thing is, when you have people like that who will follow you, you'll go someplace else, and then sooner or later they'll be there too. Or they might just have it connected to where they have a whole network, a community of people that go against the person via gang stalking, via targeted individuals. Not just one occurrence. It's not just one time. It's not just one person. These things happen over and over again, and the people watch you so much that they're able to, when you're doing something, they counteract it with an action. That's all we're saying. But back to the topic of this video, if I was to try to talk to them and to try to work this out, they wouldn't care. You know, they might actually hear me out and hear what I have to say, but it wouldn't be wrong for me to assume that they wouldn't, since as soon as I come back here and I start my video, the lawnmower comes on and they start cutting grass. But it's a spiritual thing, you know. I'm dropping a video on this later away from here. These entities don't like the truth. All right, so when a person comes along and they're speaking the truth, whatever spirit has came over them to do that, it's like they don't want the truth to get out. So it's like they have to try to attack truth tellers in some kind of way. So me making this video, which is spreading some truth or spreading some light or spreading some positivity, since that light is irritating them and that truth is irritating them, what they have to do is they have to combat it by noise. They have to do a noise campaign. I wouldn't even be surprised if they were waiting for me to come out here and do a video just so they could cut their grass. They probably wait. You know what? We're gonna cut our grass as soon as he comes out here to do his video. That wouldn't catch me by surprise, because they're like when you go through a certain amount of things and a certain when you go through things over a period of time and over a certain period of time, you recognize the patterns. You recognize patterns. It's nothing paranoid about it. But the thing is, not everyone is smart enough to pick up on these things, and these types of things don't happen to everyone. But if I was to try to talk to them or work it out with them, and if they didn't want to, I wouldn't get upset. I wouldn't waste my time. See, and this is why you don't get upset over people who you can't work things out with. If you can't come to a conclusion, if you can't come to an understanding, if they're going to do things to try to piss you off and get on your nerves, and when you go to them and try to talk to them, there's no understanding, or they try to make you feel like you're the problem, or they make it hard on purpose for you to try to work it out, or for you to try to come to a conclusion, then don't worry about it. There's always something you can do. If I can't do my video here, I'm gonna have to go do my video someplace else where it's peaceful and where it's quiet. Will I get mad at them for cutting their yard when they want to? No. Did they possibly do that to try to interrupt me or sabotage me in some kind of way? Maybe. The answer might even be yes. But am I gonna let that ruin my day? No. And am I gonna let that they try not gonna make my video no more? Am I gonna do that? No. I'm gonna enjoy my day. I'm gonna enjoy my haircut. I'm gonna enjoy my fly. You know, I'm gonna enjoy the fact that I'm a part of the 12 tribes. You know, and I'm gonna enjoy just being cool and just enjoying my life, because I'm not going to allow myself to be upset over somebody's personal problem with me. They can noise campaign you if they want. If you try to talk to them and you can't come to a conclusion with what you try to work out, you just have to accept that. And there's other places I can go. I can go to a park. I can go in the woods. I just so happen, because I'm here at the house, I just tried to record the video when I could and get it done. When I'm somewhere else and I'm enjoying myself as well, I'm going to get my video done as well. So don't allow things to stop you from accomplishing your goal or completing your mission or getting things done. All right, I could have got upset. I could have got mad. I could have let that ruin my day, but I chose not to. All right. All right, there's working things out always results in a conflict with them. Why would I try to work something out with someone that's already being confrontational? All right, well, you're just thinking that, you're assuming that as soon as I do the video, the lawnmower cut on. Well, I'll just stick to my assumption, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. At least I'm not hurting anybody. So even if I am assuming and I'm wrong, if I go someplace else, there's no problem there. I'm solving my own problem, and most of the time, you can eliminate your problem without even involving the other people by either going someplace else, not dealing with them, relocating, you know, doing things at a different time, not allowing yourself to stay cool and not get upset over other people's actions. So it's like let them get the last word. You keep your peace. All right. If they don't let you get the last word, you still keep your peace. If trying to work something out resolves in a conflict, still keep your peace. If they don't want to work things out with you, please don't get upset. If they don't want to work things out with you, it shows more about them than it does about you. Character goes a long way. How people feel about you goes a long way. What people say about you goes a long way. People will know you as the one that is the peacemaker. That's cool. All right, you don't have to be the person that is the troublemaker. They let them be the troublemakers. You be the peacemaker. Let them want to stay in an argument and fuss and fight, and you let it go and grow and move on with your life and continue to be happy, and let them live however they want to live. Let them choose to be however they want to be. I'll see you all in the next video. I hope you guys could hear me over that. If not, you may I tried to speak as loud as I could. Please watch the video to the very end, my friend, and I will see you in a more quiet, positive, more peaceful place next time. We out.